Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So you have come back on Thursday and every Thursday here at Manfa's Makes. It's time for Tile of the Week, Thursday. There you go, you got a little bit of a tune from Rolo. Mike currently isn't home because he is at work. I am filming during the day. It is just me home, so you had to deal with me. Rolo, we're all done now, sweetheart. Good boy. Okay, so, Rolo. Shh. He always wants to steal the limelight, guys, but I know you absolutely love it. So, like I said, I am home alone and it is just me, but Rolo did include himself, which is fabulous. So for any of you newbies, you may not be aware of what Tile of the Week Thursday is. So in brief, in July of 2022, I received this book here in Happy Mail. It was gifted to me off of my Amazon wish list. It is 100 crochet tiles edited by Sarah Callard, and for you guys that are knitters out there, there is a knitting version of this coming soon. So if you guys want to endeavour on a knitting version, go right ahead because Manfa is not. Thank you very much. Yes, 100 crochet tiles edited by Sarah Callard. There are 100 different crochet tiles in here, like it says, and they are a variety of different designers. It is not just one person. If you get the physical copy of the book, may I suggest that you spiral bound because the pages just fall out. It is a really badly made book. Alternatively, there is a magazine version which holds its own a little bit better, or you can get the ebook version for a Kindle or similar device, which means that it will never fall apart and you can zoom in should you wish to. So, when I opened this back in July 2022, I, in my excitement and without thinking, said that I was going to make all 100 crochet tiles, one a week, until this was done. It only occurred to me a few days later, after a few of my friends pointed it out, that is going to take me the best part of 2 years. And guys, do you know what? It is going to take 2 years because there have been a couple of breaks along the way, mainly for Christmas. So yeah, we are due to finish this July of this year, which will mean 2 years of this segment. Now, if you want to go back and see some of the other tiles, I will link that playlist down in the description box for you. And also, if you would like to see anybody else that has joined in along the way, in the top of your YouTube page, in the search bar, if you type hashtag Tile of the Week Thursday, anyone that has used that hashtag should pop up for you. We have people starting from the beginning but have pulled out, people that have started halfway through and are still going with us, and people that have jumped in and out at various stages along the way. There are still a couple of people joining in with us, which is fabulous because I never did this as a crochet along. It was my silly promise made for the world to see on YouTube, and I have to see it through. But those lovelies that joined in alongside me have been fantastic, have been one of the reasons why I have continued, because of the support and the cheerleading. But mostly, guys, I have seen this through because A, I am stubborn, B, I don't like to break a promise, and C, you guys love it. This is one of the most popular segments here on my channel and I cannot let you down. So, all of that to say is we are currently on tile 76, I believe. So we are over 3/4 done, guys. How fabulous is that? So, tile 76 is Russell Square. Russell Square is a place in London, here in the UK. I have never been. The designer, Steffi Glaves again, guys. I haven't been keen on Steffi Glaves up until now. She requested 4 different colours of a DK or light worsted 3 yarn, and she recommended a 3mm hook. I did use DK or light worsted 3. I did use 4 colours, but I used my 4mm to do this one. The difference with this week's tile to the past couple from Steffi has been that this week we did it in rows, backwards and forwards, rather than around and around she goes. Now, tapestry, because these tiles at the moment, we're in a section of tapestry crochet. Tapestry crochet is not one of my favourite techniques, and I have made that clear since we started this tapestry journey. However, I did find this tile much easier using the tapestry technique as it was back and forth rows, and we were able to fasten off colours that we weren't using, which meant we weren't carrying every colour all the way through, which meant tangling was minimised, frustration was minimised, and it was much quicker to complete. So I think if I'm ever going to do tapestry crochet, I think I'm going to prefer it to do it in rows and not in rounds. And that is my thoughts on that. So what is Russell Square supposed to look like? Well, I shall show you. This is the design we were going for this week. Fairly simple, block geometric or Aztec-y. I don't really know what vibe we're going for on this one. Now, I blind picked my colours because down there, next to Wibbly Wobbly Wendy, as she's known, is a clear bin full of all of our scraps. Bits of yarn that are too big to be chucked away, but too small to go back on the shelf or back in the totes. Our scraps, so it's our scrap bin. And that is where I get the yarn to do these tiles, because they don't take a lot of yarn, guys, and I don't want to crack into brand new skeins to only use a smidgy bit. So I kind of blind picked out of the bin this week, and yeah, it wasn't a success because I think I've created a pretty ugly tile for you to look at this week. I'm so sorry, but the fact of the matter is I completed it. I did it. Tile 76, done and dusted. Now, would you like to look at my ugliness? I mean, yeah. There were a couple of places where I had to carry yarn up the sides of the tile, so it makes the sides a little wibbly wobbly. And one thing that I did not like about this pattern as well is because you're working backwards and forwards, right side, wrong side, and you're turning your piece, she asked you to chain 3, but they didn't count as stitches. So you've got your chain 3 and a stitch all in those edge stitches. And that again made the sides all wibbly wobbly. So I think if we get a similar backwards and forwards, I'm just going to omit the chains, and I'm just going to chain 3 and call it a stitch so it looks neater, because I am not happy with my sides, guys. They are, whoa! And normally in my crochet pieces, I can get nice straight edges, but these are not straight in the slightest. So that is a bit of a criticism of the pattern. I don't think those chains are necessary unless you are counting them as a stitch. But I got it done, and that is the main thing. So I'm just checking that I'm showing you the correct side. But it is ugly, guys. Be warned. Manfa warned you. Are you ready? Here is tile 76, Russell Square. Not my cup of tea at all, but she is done. And as you can see what I'm saying about the side, you can see where I've carried the brown up, and you can see these pointless chain 3s that kind of bulge out at the sides, which are just not needed. I'm sure with a bit of blocking you can make it straighter, or you could pop a little single crochet border around it, but I didn't bother. And the ends, man, I know it's better to fasten off the colours you're not using, because then you're not carrying it up through the whole tile unnecessarily, but that means a lot of ends, and there was a lot of ends on this one. But as you can see, I have tucked all my ends away. There is not an end in sight, so she is fully done. Another one ticked off, another tile closer to completion, and a success, even if she is an unattractive piece. You win some, you lose some, guys. Ah, well. Okay, so now I need to show you what tile is coming up for next week, for week 77. So bear with me. I normally get these out ready for you, but I completely forgot. So I need page 123. Oh, good gravy. You can see the enthusiasm already, right, guys? So this is going to be Northern and Central lines, and I believe that is referring to the underground train system that is in London. There are Northern and Central lines. Again, the designer is Steffi Glaves. She is recommended a DK or lightweight 3 yarn and 3 colours and a 2.5mm hook. I think I'm going to stick to me 4, guys, just saying. Oh, and we're going back to going in the round. Oh, it's pretty ugly as well. Here we go. That is what you can expect for next week, hopefully, if I manage to do it. And there you go, you can see it's called Northern and Central Lines by Steffi Glaves. Bear with me, I've just had a knock on the door. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I have had a delivery, and a really lovely delivery, so there will be exciting stuff coming up on the channel. Anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that. So, yes, I was saying, ugly Northern and Central lines. Yes, this one. So that is what you can expect for next week. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Am I looking forward to it? No. Am I going to give it my best go? Of course. So, just to recap, guys, this is the one from this week. That was the one for next week. Please do search anyone else that has been joining along with us in your YouTube search bar by typing in hashtag Tile of the Week Thursday. And when you click off this video in just a second when it finishes, please could I ask you to go over to my community tab, because the beautiful Josephine has once again sent in her beautiful version of the tile. And the fact that even though she doesn't have content, she supports so many of us on the YouTube streets. And she is doing this with me, and it's not always the most enjoyable thing to make. It's just fabulous. So if I could ask you all, please, to go over and tell Josephine how beautiful her work is. And Josephine, if you're watching, thank you so much for joining in, sweetheart. I always look forward to your email, and I actually see it as a personal challenge now that Mike isn't joining in for a bit, to see if I can make mine before you make yours. But do you know what? 99% of the time, Josephine beats me. She gives me an email with a picture of it done before I have even thought about picking it up. So she is absolutely incredible, and she deserves some love and support too. So, you know what's coming for next week. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Check out the playlist down below if you would like to, and please come back tomorrow for Crochet Catch Up, where I will fill you in on all the other crochet shenanigans that I have been getting up to this week. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one, or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love ya!